Well, Gary, pre-season's come to an end. A 0-0 draw against Stockton this afternoon. Would you say you're happy with how the pre-season campaign's ended?
Yeah, I'm happy with the pre-season on the whole. I think it's been taking the Gisborough result apart. I think it's been a successful pre-season. Yeah, you always get the injuries that come with it. So we've had a couple of injuries along the way, but on the whole, I'm really happy with how we're looking. We're looking quite healthy, other than a couple of niggles we've got. We've had some good performances, we've had some good results, we've had some stuff that we can improve on, and that was the case today. I think today was, it was a typical end of pre-season game for both teams. I think it was a hot day, so the conditions were difficult. Two teams who obviously know each other really, really well, and they sort of just cancelled each other out. I think there was chances at both ends for both teams. There was some good play for both teams, and there was also some sloppy play for both teams. So. No, on the whole, on the positive side, we've got a clean sheet today. We've created a couple of chances, but we can always feel we can do better, and that was the case today.
Yeah, and just looking at the team, you referenced a few niggles that you've had throughout pre-season, and today it was very much a case of the players that did miss out. No need to panic for the likes of Charles Later or Alex Nelson. It's more just precautionary ahead of that first game at Workington next week. Yeah,
we were missing, I think, in total 6 players today, potentially 7. I think we've got Smudge and Gelly still on holiday. Frankie's had an ongoing niggle throughout pre-season, but he's well on the mend. Jarrett's just got an issue, which is it's just precautionary with Jarrett. Charlo was precautionary. Who else am I missing? I'm missing Leighton Watts. He's got a little knee
Alex
issue.
Nelson.
He's that's just precautionary. Nelson's just very precautionary. So I apologise if I've missed anyone else out there. I'm not sure I have. I don't think I have. But no, the only downside today was young Callum Wilson, who was due to start the game, but had a little twinge in his hamstring. So no, all those players I'm expecting in the main to be involved. There might be 1 or 2 who won't be involved at the weekend, but I'll have a good healthy, touch wood, I'll have a good healthy squad come the weekend.
Yeah, and that's the main thing is on the back of this pre-season campaign, that ultimately you haven't had any sort of major injury worries in there, because last season it very much felt like the story was that to come through it and hopefully go into that first game with a full bill of health will only be a bonus for you.
Yeah, I go back to the first game of last season. I played at home to Bamber Bridge, and I think we had a bench of 3 people, didn't we, on the day? And I think you're only as strong as your bench. We've just been speaking about it in there. And I am going to have a real healthy squad this season. I'm hoping to get another couple through the door this week. All being well, which will only increase competition and increase numbers. And again, it's a hectic start to the season. The first couple of months, and all those players within the squad will certainly be needed.
Yeah, and do you feel on the whole, reference there the lack of numbers we had at the start of last season, do you feel on the whole, on the back of this pre-season campaign, the club are definitely a lot better placed to go into this new season? 100%.
I think, I'm really excited for this season, and I think the fans are excited. I've got a group of players who are really excited to see what they can do this season. I think I've mentioned before, I feel like it's a really, really open league this year, and I feel I've got a hungry group of players who want to give everything this season, and I'm really looking forward to Workington now, and I'm happy. Pre-season's out the way. It feels like it's been a long pre-season. We've had, I think, 6 or 7 games within that, but all with an end goal of reaching Workington, and we're there now, and we can't wait.
Yeah, looking at that game at Workington as well, I suppose these sort of open day of the season games can be quite hard to prepare for at times, because obviously you've got your squad. I'm sure you're gonna have a few headaches in terms of selecting 11 on the day as well, but in terms of the team we're coming up against, it's one of those where really whatever results have gone in pre-season, you can't read too much into it. So I'm sure I'll just be hoping that really sort of falls in Whitby's favour and a really positive start next week.
Definitely, an unknown quantity in everyone's first game of the season, really. Even the early games, I think. Yeah, you can take off people's first games come the season when you're facing them into the second game, but I think pre-season, if Workington were to look at our lineups and in our shape, over pre-season, we've swapped and changed quite a lot, so it'll be quite hard to read. But no, we'll prepare. We'll prepare properly, we'll prepare well, and we'll go there in the hope of getting 3 points, of course we will.
Yeah, and just looking as well at the team selection for that one, you referenced there that you've had a lot of chopping and changing throughout, and I think really you're going to have a probably a welcome one, but the headache in terms of actually selecting your first 11 of the campaign is probably one of the hardest decisions you might have to potentially make in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it'll be difficult, and me and Jace will have to put our heads together and see what's the best way to go. But it's a squad game, and I'm really lucky and really thankful to Ivor and Graham and Mothy, of the support that they've shown me. I'm really thankful for the fans in the boosted budget. I'm really thankful for Gala Day and stuff like that, where money's been raised and shirt sales and stuff like that. So all that help has enabled me to get the squad that I've got, and it's a real healthy. Like I said, I'm hoping to get another couple in before the weekend, and I'm really confident I'm going to be able to do that. And that gives me, all being well, all being fit, a good 17-18 players, and I feel that it's a real squad this year where 17 or 18 players are all capable of starting, and that's a huge headache for me, like you say, but it's also a huge bonus, and you're only as strong as your bench, as they say, and I'm really looking forward to what the football club and what the team can do this season.
Yeah, and then just finally, another fundraiser coming up tomorrow. I know you've played 90 minutes today, you're set to be involved again. Are you looking forward to that one, or is it going to be a bit of a challenge?
I thought I retired, but I seem to have, through Frankie's niggle and through Nelson's niggle today, found myself out there again and just plodding the 90s out. But no, it's a great cause again tomorrow. It's a good game where we're hoping to get a real good turnout for fans. I think it'll be a great spectacle. Bringing up against Leeds legends, and if I'm needed, I'm sure I'll be able to be out there in some capacity. Maybe not the full 90, or maybe not as at 100% I was today. But I'm looking forward to turning out for Whitby and potentially Leeds as well.
Thank you much, Gary.
Thank you.